Hi there and welcome to the Builder's Office. We're back here in Jindabyne and still having a chat with Josh and looking forward to what else we can chat about. And so the boys are still out there doing their thing and we're sitting on site enjoying the noise. I hope you guys have been enjoying the noise as well. And we're just going to jump straight into it because we've got so much that we can talk about. We've been chatting for a long time and we can talk the ears off of a low-flying pig.
Oh, pretty much. But shutting me up is the problem.
Yeah, well, it's like shutting me up sometimes. But one of the things that we really want to have a chat about is when it comes to contacting a builder and finding the right builder for you, because we have been working on our businesses in such a way to be able to make the introduction with clients and the way that you can come to us so effortless and smooth as possible. We just thought we'd have a little bit of a chat about how people come into our businesses and how we address some of the concerns that might be coming up and some of the wins that you can get from when it is that right time to select your builder and some of the things that you could possibly even be looking out for when it comes to selecting a builder. So I'll hand it over to Josh now and have a little bit of a sort of example of what you think is and what you found has been really good for your business and some of the benefits that you found, especially for the clients that have really worked, especially in Jindabyne and the chats and conversations that you get to have with some pretty amazing people.
Yeah, we get as I sort of said on the last one we did, we get a big spread of people down here. So yeah, a bit of play money. There's always celebrities down here. I haven't done any builds for any celebrities yet, but
you're waiting for your Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, one day. One day. But yeah, so I guess before, like I'm part of a business coaching course, just the same as you are, Hugh. Business Builders Black Belt, Builders Business Black Belt. Sorry, Mick will kill me.
Thanks, Mick. We'll give you a plug.
Yeah. But yeah, so that has helped immensely. It's definitely helped us draft a bit of a qualification process. My process is my process. Like everyone's process is different. Mine's a bit more fluid than the rigidity that you originally read it through.
Yep.
But I guess our main thing that I always push throughout the whole process is that we want to be as good a fit for you as you are for us. So, you know, there's a shortage of builders here in Jindy, but that doesn't invite anyone to come down here and undercut me.
Yeah.
No, we do need more builders here. But so like I get people calling me up all the time and go, hey, we need a builder. And it's like, okay, well, when are you looking at building? How urgent is this project? Yada, yada, yada. And I'd say probably 2 out of 10 times they're like, oh, we need to start in 6 months, which we're booked for 1.5 years minimum. And a lot of the other builders in town are as well. So if you've just rocked up and you're looking for something, they've got this sense of urgency, which is almost to their own detriment because they're so desperate to find somebody. The first builder that says yes, they might go with.
Yep.
Which just because there's a builder that's available doesn't mean that that's the builder that you should use. Just the same way for a builder. Like if I'm got a little bit of a dry spell coming up with work, I don't want to just say yes to the first project that comes across my threshold.
Yep.
Because you never know what you're letting in, you know. And the relationship with your builder is an important one because we're going to be stuck with each other for about 4 or 5 months. Yep. So if you don't get along through the qualification process, you're going to have a hard time getting along through the emotional stress, the mental stress, the financial stress that comes with building a house. So you've got all this stress that's there. If you don't have a builder that you get along with, trust, find it easy to communicate with, it's going to be a bit of an uphill battle. So our qualification process really likes to make sure that, as I said, we're a good fit for them, they're a good fit for us, but that those those parameters are met, we communicate well. We trust each other, and at the end of the day, we want to have a bit of fun while we're building your house.
Yep.
Like, building a house should be fun. Like, not many people get to see wall frames going up and gyprock, and like, for 4 months of your life, you get to have an insight on how a house is built.
Yep.
For us, it's a bit lackluster because it's what we do. It's our bread and butter. But for a client, most of the time, it's an exciting time. And, they walk around with stars in their eyes going,
Yep.
wow, this is so amazing. And you kind of forget.
Yep.
And every now and then you get a really good client that walks around and gets so excited and it kind of, puffs your chest up. And you're
Yep.
like, oh, and that's what it's about for us. But our qualification process, meet those 3 parameters. So communication, trust, and what was the other one I just said? Tom's ripping a wall out in front of me.
Is it the distractions are real?
Yeah. So communication, trust, and just the relationship, the rapport. It's just good rapport straight off the bat.
Yeah.
I can sit down with a prospect and it can be like crickets, and it's trying to get information out of them is like drawing blood from a stone because they're trying to keep their cards close to their chest.
And how often do we find that people are keeping their cards to their chest so close that we ask them a simple question like, when are you looking to do this? And they say, oh, well, we're looking to get it done within a couple of months.
Yeah.
Or we're looking to get it done next week.
Yeah.
But as soon as we sort of ask the next question, which, what's the driving force behind that?
Yeah.
And like yourself, like going through that qualification process, a lot of people, they really want to not tell anybody the inner workings of their mind
Which
at all.
Which is wild, right?
Yeah, And when you're dealing with something as large as building a house, and a lot of the time, one of the biggest investments that people make in their life, that they're keeping everything so close. It's like, what are you trying to hide?
Yeah.
Why do you feel you need to hide that?
Yeah.
The only way that we're going to be able to deliver what you want is if you tell us.
Yeah.
Because we could go in and you can, if you're designing a home with an architect and you don't tell him what you want, he's going to design what he wants.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
And then if we're gonna get down the line and we've got a house built and you're not happy with it, but you haven't told anybody, what happens then?
And it's just a matter of speaking up at the very beginning and going, I don't really like that.
Yep.
Yeah. And it can snowball too, right?
It can. And how many times can one little thing, because of the question hasn't been asked, or the question might not have been answered really early on in the conversations before you start building, and one little thing can build on top of another little thing, and it keeps getting larger until and I'm quite sure you've seen it before. I know I've seen it before, where the snowball effect piles up, builder-client relationship breaks down, and you end up with those issues that can stem from that. And some of those can be mighty ugly. We know we've seen some doozies, and everyone's seen the things that turn up on A Current Affair and Today Tonight when that was on, and there's been some horrors, but
horrible shows.
Horrible shows, and it doesn't paint builders in a good light at all, and that's one of the reasons why we do what we do with our qualification process is so that we can make sure that we're going to be the right fit, not only for the client, but sometimes it's even for the client's architect or engineer or whoever might be one of the other professionals working with it. And to be able to do that, we've got to ask a myriad of questions. And I know, like yourself, we've got our questionnaire, but then when we do that, we also then, it's almost like sometimes we're psychologists, because we're going to ask some pretty funky questions, and people, oh, crap, I haven't been asked that by another builder before.
Yeah.
And the experience is different.
Yeah.
It is a lot different from what you might see from your volume builder or anything like that, because at the end of the day, we value the relationships.
Yes.
And those relationships, they begin with somebody coming to us and filling out a questionnaire, and then we ask them a lot of questions in sometimes we call a follow-up call or a triage call, and
Yeah.
and we go through a lot of these questions and ask them, hey, what's really going on here, and what are you doing it for? Are you doing it for your family, or do you want it just for more space? Are you looking to entertain? What's the thing that you really desperately want? And what's the thing that you can't live without?
Yeah, and I think when you ask clients that, it's almost shock.
Yeah,
Some of them.
I love the look on their face
Yeah,
when I ask those questions.
Especially when they've been burnt before.
Yes.
You know, like, so they walk in, and you can already tell the bad juju when they walk into the office, right? And they sit down, and straight away the body language is stiff and defensive, and the arms are folded in front.
Yep.
You know, like, and that's the other thing. Like, you and I probably, there's not too many builders that would actually be reading into like body language and
Yes.
how people, you know, present themselves
Yep.
when they come into a meeting. So like straight away, like if your builder's doing that, like you're probably onto a bit of a winner because
Yep.
they're actually interested in how you're like reacting before you even walk in and start flapping your gums. So, you know, as you said, I think, yeah, when they come in and they're already, you know, sitting there like this and trying to feel you out, and I think when you turn around and go, oh, well, we want to make sure you're a good fit for us as well as us for you, they get taken back,
Yep.
you know. I think also free quoting doesn't help that either.
No.
That's probably another topic for another day, but
Don't worry, that topic's going to come in, and when that one comes in, I think I might actually have to do that one with a round table
Yes.
of people, and I might even get some clients or just anybody off the street to have a chat about that one, because
exactly.
that one's going to be
that's a doozy. That'll split the room. That one.
That'll be divisive.
Yeah.
It really will. Like, and I'm looking forward to that one. That's going to be a cracker.
They're the nitty gritty ones.
Oh, they are.
Get to pull apart.
And who knows? It might even get the builders coach into that as well.
Yeah.
Get Mickey on
Get
board.
the sensei in.
Get the sensei. And why this is beneficial? Why isn't it beneficial?
Yeah.
And where those times when sometimes I know before in the past I've been thinking, oh well, I'll just do this off the cuff and do a free quote for somebody, but it can turn out pear-shaped.
Yeah,
but
and like not every time it won't.
don't be like that.
Yeah, calm down. That's all right. That one's gone.
That one's gone. That's all right. That's one GoPro down.
Like, you know, 8 out of 10 jobs that you do for free might be fine.
Yep.
But it's those two that will really hurt.
And how much could those two that really hurt put a business under immense stress?
Exactly.
And then possibly have a builder that folds, and then you end up with something that could go very badly wrong, and relationships fractured, and legal proceedings, and
even that job. Say you have a job that does that to you, because I've been there. I'm sure you've been there before. You know, that snowballs onto the next customer.
it does.
So, you know, straight away, by not having a process like this in place, you know, you can really, like, it starts spilling over into other projects and other relationships, like you just said. But I think the most important thing that I've only just realised in the last couple of months, because we've had a couple of handovers just before Christmas, super stressful time. I love handovers, but I hate them because I get so deeply involved in the finishing side of things, and I'm always the last one on site doing the clean and all that sort of thing, just to make sure it's all Mickey Mouse. But after these, I think we've got about 4 now. So every now and then I'll just get a phone call from previous clients, and they'll be like, hey, we're in town. We'd really like to have you come over for dinner.
Yep.
And, you know, you go around and have dinner with them. You know, like...
And those are the relationships. That's
the
relationship from the building of not just a home, but it's the building of the trust and the understanding that we're not doing this for us. This is all for you.
Exactly.
And everything that we do, all the systems and processes within our business is there for our clients to get the best result, and for them to be able to come home and smile.
Yeah, walk in and
every
go,
single
wow.
day.
Yeah.
I live here. This is It's phenomenal.
Especially where we live, like it's a playground. It's the Australia's highest playground. Like
it's stunning. Like this is my first time in Jindabyne, and just driving in here was just mind blowing.
You get a bit lackluster with it. You take it for granted. But when people come visit, you go, oh yeah, it is pretty cool.
Yeah,
but I forgot where I was going to go with that one. Anyway,
that's what it's about.
That's it. That's gone.
Yeah, the authenticity when it comes to what we do for a job, because how often do we find that no matter what we do, everything, all of our skills and the things that we can do as builders is all on show, whether it's good, whether it's bad.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. It is going to be on show. So this is where the relationships that we've really got to have, they mean the most out of everything else. Yeah. So that's why I know I love my clients. When we go through the process and everybody's like, we're really happy, we're on board with you guys, and we're on board with the clients, because I've got one client at the moment who is just absolutely stunning.
Yeah,
absolutely stunning. Every time we have a chat, it is, what's going on, how are we tracking it, where are we up to, and then there's the little surprises that we all provide for each other, because the relationship at the end of the day, it's just like if we're doing something for a friend or a family member or anything like that, it is, the relationship's more important than the actual work, because we know that we can provide the quality.
Yes. Yeah.
But the relationship is something that's going to last a lifetime.
Yeah. It's the building experience. Yeah, absolutely.
Right, and nobody wants a divorce from their builder. No.
We don't like divorces.
We don't like divorces at all. That right there, when you go into divorces and everything like that, we all know that they can be ugly.
Yeah.
But we don't want to go down that road. So that's why we put a lot of these things that we that we have worked through within our businesses to make everything so much better. And it's for everybody out there, if you can find somebody that is going to be working with you and isn't just, this is the way that we work.
Yes.
This is what we have to do.
Yeah.
Toe the line or
get out.
We don't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean that's, I don't want to say that that's every builder, but
it's a vast majority.
But it was the business model.
Yeah.
From 50 years ago, and a lot of guys are still running on that, and still doing a lot of things when it comes to the pricing on projects to cut other people out. And if somebody's undercutting the price that you're getting from, and we do know that when it comes to a lot of projects, the price range can be massive.
Yeah. And
if you're seeing something that is, you look at it and go, that's too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true.
Yes.
And if we're talking on a $1.2 million build and someone comes in at 800,000, how much have they missed?
What are you getting?
Yeah, what are you getting for that?
And quite often you'll still end up paying the 1.2.
Yes.
You'll just pay a $400,000 extras bill, which was included in the original price of 1.2 on the other quote.
Yeah, and you knew that right up front.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the scariest things, and a lot of the times that's why we build those relationships, is so that we can explain, okay, if you want to compare, I'm happy to sit down and have a chat with you and compare apples with apples.
Yeah.
If we're not comparing apples with apples, then you don't know what you're going to get.
Well, you're not really comparing then either. Yeah, exactly.
So certainly challenging.
Absolutely. I think the other thing too, that's what I lost before, is like if the builder's got a qualification process, that will trickle down into their business too.
Yep.
So like my staff, as noisy as they are out there.
and cracking on and doing a great job.
Yeah, exactly. We have a qualification process for our staff as well. So like that sort of thing, it just trickles down throughout the business. Yep. So if you've got a builder that's implementing that sort of thing into their... I'm just trying not to sneeze. If they're implementing a qualification process into their business model with you as a client, there's a good chance that they're putting that through the rest of their business, which means the staff that you're going to deal with on a day-to-day basis are probably going to be pretty good.
Yep.
You know, so you're not going to have to worry about having. I mean, my guys are sometimes stinky and smelly, but you're gonna have good guys on site. You know what I mean? Whereas like the guys that have the old school model, they'll just hire Joe Blow off the street. You know, we're quite picky who we put in our team. So like it swings both ways too.
Yeah.
So you know you can have a great building experience with your builder, but then there's chances are if they've got a qualification process, you're probably going to have a good building experience with the rest of their team. Because let's face it, if we're building a house for you for 6 months, you're going to get to know everybody in that team.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's probably another. That's what I was thinking of before. So
yeah, nice.
Yeah,
it's brilliant. So, but yeah, thank you so much, Josh. Like this has been brilliant, and
thanks for having me.
Really great stuff. And so how do if you're a celebrity and looking to
Chris Hemsworth,
if you
come and find me.
How do people find you if you're around the Jindabyne area and looking for somebody that's going to
build you a good house?
Build a good house.
Yeah, so we've got lean2constructions.com. You can fire an email off to Josh at lean2constructions.com. LEAN number 2. And then we've got socials, so you can follow all our stuff on socials. I am looking at doing something like what Hugh's doing as well.
Oh, that'll be brilliant.
Which we'll flip the script and we'll put Hugh on ours. But but yeah, socials are the main thing. We've got Facebook, we've got Instagram, and we've got our website. So
yeah, that's brilliant.
My phone number's there, emails are there.
Awesome.
But yeah.
Awesome. And everything else will be in the description for the podcast as well. Josh's details will be in there. My details will be in there. At any time, got any questions, more than welcome to ask us any questions. Send them through to either Josh or myself, and happy to come back to you. And even if it means that we bring up another podcast and chat about these sorts of things as well, happy to do that as well. But want to thank you for listening and hope everyone has a great day, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thanks, you.
Thanks, mate.
See ya.